Welcome to this week's installment in our Football Officials video training series. We're studying the National Federation of High School Rules and five-man mechanics. Our technical advisors are Greg Downham and Dax Hill. And this week we welcome Tyrone Blanks to the crew. Video assistance provided by Jim Woods. Our executive producer is Walt Coleman. I'm your host, Todd Allen. Ready to get this season started? This is video 2 in our 2015 season series. We got a lot to talk about today. Obviously, we're going to talk about holding. We've got some back judge mechanics that we want to talk about. We're going to talk about some blocks in the back, kickoffs. We've just got a ton of stuff piled up here, and let's just get started. We'll start with holding, and it's always been one of the more difficult calls we have when we call holding. It's probably, along with false starts, one of the two most popular calls that we make every year. Actions that can lead to a foul for holding are common to the game, and you'll see them on almost every play. But the key for officials is determining that the actions create a visible material restriction and if they meet the other criteria by rule that warrants a foul. Our association has provided for the development of philosophies related to many aspects of the game, and it's an important part of the game that does have guidelines relative to blocking and the potential for holding. We publish those on our website. You ought to check that out at AAHSO. Look under the tab Philosophies and read those on blocking, where you'll see many important aspects that can help you call these fouls, holding, and more importantly, when they're not holding. Because with holding, we get in trouble way more for what we call than what we don't call. And unfortunately, what I see repeatedly and what we had a wave of this past week are holding fouls that were improper techniques but didn't create this clear material restriction that we must have. It's just a critical element in a foul of holding. We have to create or have to see a material restriction clearly. Because if a defensive player is being held with poor technique, but he's not working to get out, well, that's not holding, that's hugging. And although it may be offensive, it's not a foul. So we'll take a look at a few plays. Start out with holding right here. Let's get to the first one. Here's the two players in this first play that I want you to take a look at. This is the left tackle, and this is going to be the referee's key. Look at his position as the ball is on the short side of the field here. He's standing in the middle of the numbers. He's in a great position. He's about 14 yards back, about 5 yards wide, that normal tight end position, and he's got a great view. Now, his only mechanic is a 45 angle to the sideline if the quarterback drops back or comes to his side of the field. Now, if the quarterback runs away from him or the running play goes away from him, he would just trail that play, and again, he wants to officiate the point of attack. Backside of the play, if it was a run play away from the referee, the backside of the play would be picked up by the head linesman. So the referee would be officiating the point of attack. So let's talk about this on this play. Take a look at it. Tell me what you think. This defensive end here takes an inside move, and the tackle wraps his arm around him, but the defender's never restricted in any way. Do we see a clear material restriction in this play? Take a look at it again. Now notice that this is a poor technique. The offensive lineman has his hands to the outside, his arms around the waist. Clearly the potential for a hold is there. The technique is very, very poor, but do we see clearly a material restriction? One of the elements that we talked about we need in our philosophy for holding. It's just not there. The defender runs right through this contact. He doesn't give us any real strange body movement. There's nothing that would show, if you watch the defender, that he's being taken off of his route to the quarterback. The quarterback just makes a good move. He sees this rush coming from the inside. He just steps out of the pocket. He's flushed out. Makes a good move, but there's no material restriction of the defender here. We just want to see something really overt in the defender that would show that he's being materially restricted. He's being clearly material restricted. And it just doesn't appear in this case. The thing I want to say about the referee, along with the great position, is he's looking exactly where we want him to look. Now we're just fine-tuning. The difficult part of these for the referee is getting your focus here, not following the quarterback, but seeing those two tackles. And this referee is wide enough that he can see the tackle on the head linesman's side or the tackle on the line judge's side of the field. We know the umpire's got guard, center, guard. We've got these 5 interior linemen covered. It's a great job of looking where you need to look. Now just fine-tune your game, and once you see the technique with this arm around the defender, around the defender's waist, now just wait for the defender to present a clear material restriction. And since we don't have that here, this is an improper call for offensive holding. Looking where we want you to look, but we just want to see that clear material restriction. All right, next play we're going to take a look at. This one involves the umpire. Here's a double team. Take a look at this tackle on the left side. Got him highlighted right here. And look at this action as this play moves forward. And you see that he just comes out on this block. It's a double team where they're pushing this big defensive lineman toward the direction the play is going. And you see that he has his hand on the back of the defender. There's a little stretch of the jersey there, but look at the defender's shoulders, look at his feet, and look at the way he continues to pursue the blocker. Is there anything there that would show you he's clearly material restriction? I didn't say that right. He's clearly materially restricted. That's kind of tough to say. It's even tougher to see on the field full speed. Look at this umpire, though. He's in good position, looking right where we want him to look. He's on the back side of the play. This is perfect, a perfect place for the umpire to be looking. The back side of this play and the interior lineman and this tackle involved in a double team. The referee's off this guy. Just a little tug of the jersey there. So the technique is poor. We know he's got a big handful of the jersey, but there's just no clear material restriction. You see how when you add that second element of the offense, and some of you may know that I have a law enforcement background, so I talk about the elements of a crime. But with the elements of the offense here, the first thing that we have to see is a poor technique, improper technique, which we clearly see by big number 79 here, grabbing this jersey. But then the second element that we have to see is a clear material restriction. He just runs through this contact. There's just not enough there, guys. And you've heard me say this a lot, but I'm going to continue to say it. We want these fouls to be big. And I know they look bigger on the field than they do here on video. But when we're evaluating your performance on video, which just as the coaches do, this has to be the litmus test for whether these are fouls or not. It's clearly not a foul. Poor technique, I'll give you that. You're looking in the right spot, I'll give you that. And those are the tough things. So here again, now we're just fine-tuning our game. We want these fouls to be big. Make them big. There's not enough here. This is an improper call. Improperly officiated offensive hold by the umpire. All right, another offensive play. A little different one here because I've showed you some that I thought were incorrect. Now I'm going to show you what we call a no call. And a no call just means there's a foul there and we don't get it. That's a no call. So on this one, it's going to be a no call for the umpire and a play that's a little tricky, tough to get. But just watch this player here in the slot. We're going to put a man in motion and just hand the ball off to him, come to the line judge side of the field here. And you can see this right out in space. Not a lot going on here for the umpire, but this block right out ahead of the ball carrier. And the defender tries to, the wide receiver I should say, tries to take him to the outside. Defender beats him back in, is going to make a play. He just wraps him up and takes him to the ground. And this is a foul right at the point of attack. Line judge has got a shot at this, but umpire is who we expect to get this call for offensive holding. Right at the point of attack, a takedown, an open field. Next play I want to talk about is a mechanical play. Mechanics being just simply the process of getting where you need to be in order to make the calls you need to make. And this one is involving the goal line, and it'll involve this official and this pylon, which we also refer to as the money line. And our philosophy is we want an official standing still at the money line anytime the ball crosses over. So, give you something. This is primarily for the line of scrimmage officials. So what we're talking about is when we snap the ball from the 7-yard line going in, when we snap it anywhere from the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or half-yard line, whatever it is. Anytime 7 are going in, as soon as the ball is snapped, your first move is to the goal line. Keep moving until you get to the goal line. Remain stationary at the goal line until the dead ball. So if the quarterback scrambles and gets dropped at the 10-yard line, you would wait till he was dropped, and then you'd hustle back and square off that spot at the 10-yard line. But let's just say he scrambles up the middle and gains 5 or 6 yards and ends up at the 1 or 2 yard line. You just stand at that pylon until the play's dead, then you go up the sideline, square it off, and have your dead ball spot. This gets you on the money line, ready to rule on plays involving potentially the pylon or the plane of the goal line. Now there is one exception to this rule, and that is on 3rd or 4th down. If we snap the ball at the 7 or in, and the line to gain is inside that spot. So we snap at the 7, let's say the line to gain is the 3. In this case, on 3rd and 4th down, As soon as the ball is snapped, you'd go to the line to gain. Work it just like the goal line. Now on first and second down, 7 and in, as soon as the ball is snapped, you're going to move all the way to the goal line. But on third or fourth down, you want to stop at the line to gain, the first down marker, and work that plane, because that's going to be a critical spot. So let's watch how this play goes, and you'll see the ball snapped here. The head linesman's the only one we can't see. We can't see the line judge. That rascal gets out of this criticism. So we're going to focus on the head linesman. If you see the ball snapped, play goes in. It doesn't move until the ball gets to the goal line. Now, had this been a tight spot at the goal line, then we're not really in the best position. We're not standing still to rule on that goal line. The science of officiating, we know that when we're moving, our vision is reduced substantially. So we've got the best shot of being accurate on these calls when we're standing still. Another thing that I want to share with you working at the goal line, if you'll back up, don't stand over the pylon, back up a step or two so that plays coming at the pylon, you don't have to move. But also having that pylon and the sideline in your peripheral vision gives your brain something to clue off of. It makes officiating these planes easier if you have a reference line moving horizontally, and we say this goal line would be moving vertically for you. So having that horizontal line in your field of vision helps you more accurately officiate the plane of the goal line. So that's good stuff there, and this is what you can see. This head linesman, he doesn't get there till after the ball crosses. He's late moving off the line of scrimmage. No reason to hold that spot. 7 and in, first and second down, you're always going all the way to the goal line. Third and fourth down, you go to the goal line unless the line of gain is between the line of scrimmage and the goal line. Then you go to that spot. So that makes officiating the goal line easier. It looks better. You're going to increase your accuracy on plays at the goal line. And when you increase your accuracy, you begin to separate yourself from other officials. And that's the whole purpose of working hard, developing, and checking out these training videos. This is an improper mechanic for working the goal line for the head linesman. I'm out of time, but I'm going to sneak one more play in on you. Here's an attaboy for the umpire. Let's take a look at this play here. And keep your eye on the center. Watch the ball snap. Boom. So we got just a little pump. Did you see it? Run it for you one more time. Just that little pump right there. He pumps it, then stops, then goes ahead and snaps it. Good job by the umpire of focusing on the referee. I would expect you to get this too. Remember, referee, but you're ruling on the legality of the snap. So this would be something I would want to see you throwing on as well. And remember the old acronym blow, throw, and go. When we're going to shut a live ball down, like fouls that occur simultaneous with the snap that are dead ball stuff, defense jumping in the neutral zone, illegal snaps, things like that. When we're going to shut a play down, and the reason we call it blow, throw, and go is because the first thing you need to do is shower down on your whistle. I mean, get on it like you mean it. And throw your flag and run in and get in and separate these colors. So now with let's look at this play here. As the umpire throws his flag, we would expect the whistle to come first, the flag, and then when you hear that whistle, line of scrimmage guys, you get on your whistles too, come showering in, crash in, close this play. Same thing for the referee. Get in there and protect that quarterback. Get in on your referee. Everybody needs to be stopping the clock as well. And I love the use of preliminary signals, especially like on this one here. We just have one flag. So it would be great. Once we separate the colors, we make sure there's not going to be any crazy dead ball stuff. The umpire could just roll his fists here at the referee and just holler snap infraction. If we've got a microphone, the referee knows the only player that can have a snap infraction is the center. So he's got the number. He knows what the play is. He knows what the penalty is. He's got everything right here. He doesn't even have to, we don't have to, there's no discussion here if we use preliminary signals. The referee, if he has a microphone, he just turns right here. He doesn't need to move. He's separated everybody. He just steps out in the clear, gets on that microphone and says, prior to the snap, and holds the dead ball signal up. Snap infraction. Now he rolls his hands, giving the illegal procedure signal. So dead ball, snap infraction, whatever the center's number is here, 57. 5-yard penalty, still second down. That's how quick the announcement can be. And the umpire stepping his foul off with the head linesman, boom, we're down and gone. Shouldn't take more than just a few seconds. And we're back to playing football. And a little quick secret for you. It's hard for the coaches to be on your hind end when they're coaching their kids. So get the game going just as quick as you can. But no, this is not a controversial call. I didn't mean to imply that. This is a correct call by the umpire for an illegal snap. Last item, something that we've let pile up here, and I need to clear this desk off, but a segment we called In the Bag. I wanted to read an email that we got just recently here from LB in Vancouver. As you may or may not know, our high school officials within the province play using Federation rules, and our officials use Federation mechanics. The training videos you've developed are an excellent educational tool, and as a member of our education committee within our association, can I ask for permission to show your clips at our local clinics? Your videos are clear and concise, with explaining the rules and situations by the video examples shown and the voiceover you provide. Keep up the good work, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Well, LB, of course you can use our videos. We're happy to have you showing them, and we're always happy to help officials anywhere get better. Thanks for the email. If you'd like to send a letter how your association or group, or maybe just how you're using our Football Officials video training series to help you, here's the email address: toddallen65@mac.com. Till next week, this is your host, Todd Allen, saying, I hope to see you on the field real soon.